Alright, so team I'm coaching played in this. Can't remember if it's 1 or 2K. It says 1K, but might have been 2K or something. This tournament right here. It was an invite-only tournament. Um, Sadly, we got a first round bye, and then we lost in the second round, 2-1. Really close series, but I wanted to take a look at some other matches from this tournament and just go over them because Toronto seems to be really ahead of most of the tier 2 teams at the moment, and just want to take a look at them and point out their weaknesses and see what they're doing right. And then we played the Savages as like a little mini scrim right before this tournament. They were on the other side of the bracket. I don't think hear the casters like a little bit, but pretty standard. Just tanks fighting each other. Tracer's chasing him. Tracer wasn't able to finish him off. It took him really long. Finally get him down though. Down on left, Derek to res. Um, yeah, he ended up leaving his main tank to res his. Or what did he do? I don't even know. He left one person to res and then didn't heal the other person, so they ended up getting one person res, but they just ended up trading, I guess. They haven't capped this, so Toronto's gonna be able to like get some poke at least, but first fight is usually just whoever kills Winston first or whoever gets the proper trades, but I don't know why they're fighting. They lost their Lucio so early on. They should have just walked back or jumped off. Went on a little bit too long, I think. Because you're not going to win that. Especially because they won the fight before, and so they're just going to have ult advantage. Feel they play around this Pharah. Thanks for fighting each other, pretty standard. Yeah, he threw his bomb up in the air, took out the Mercy. That's just about staggering these kills for as long as you can. I'll have to jump off. I'm usually really interested to see how teams hold from this position right here. This is the most interesting because, let me talk about it for a second. So there's a couple different ways to play this. Basically, a smart team, like what they're doing right here, like you cap the point, you're basically even, maybe you use an ult if you like get it early on, and then you wait. But then you maybe use like one ult while they're still building ults if you're dominant in your first fight, so that wins the second fight, and then the third fight maybe you use an ult early, win that fight, and it's basically, they knock someone off, so it's even better. But you end up having these fights where basically they have 6 ults. Panker just popped his ult, or popped his ult the fight before, that's, I think that's when they lost one early, so I don't know, that's probably really bad, but you usually have these fights that end up being like around 70%. These people have 6 ults, these people have 4. What I like to see is to have the team with no ults basically just like dive and insta-kill someone on their team as soon as you can, and basically forcing them to all spam ults, basically, so that they can retake the point and actually capture it, and then you hold on to as many ults as you can, and then you retake with those ults once you burn all of theirs. Or you try to like get like mass value with your ults, but it ends up not happening enough where the team with lesser ults wins. So I usually like to see them just like dry. So like they got the 2 kills, but the Mercy was already in Valkyrie, so I was able to insta-res them, but they were just so out of position. Like they weren't able to follow up like on the play as soon as they were res. So I want to go back a little bit. So like they're in so early, and then this barrage. It was a really good sound barrier, but like Derek's literally able to tank the whole barrage while he just kills poor Al. But you see here, like Toronto, like they get the double res off on their team members, but trying to see here, Panker gets res, but like the sphere is just sitting on top of them. King Rocket's uncontested. Moth gets rezzed, or he didn't die before. I can't remember. But yeah, Derek's like completely uncontested here, and they're just getting like destroyed while they're on their point. Like they got the res, but then they're like kind of in a bad position. And yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess it's the fair that got killed. Yeah. I think they just weren't in a good position. Like the team, once you res the people, your team needs to follow up with you and be in a spot where you can actually like make that the new middle of your team, where they were kind of really split up. Like they had a couple people on point, but no one was contesting the fair who was even like in point, so he just got to free shoot everyone. Or he should be punished really hard. Yeah, they weren't even able to touch. Map's pretty different though. Savages was playing triple tank against us with this. We was just like looking for flanks and just shutting down our Junkrat as much as he could. Something to note about these comps is Toronto's playing Tracer, and Tracer against these comps, really, if she is like on point, she's not gonna die unless she gets like some wacky comboed by Junkrat where he's able to like hit her with like part of a mine or part of a just grenade. Like she's able to live for like a really long time, and she can sit back and like harass people, and she also just has to dodge hook. Besides that, she's like she can basically run over these teams. So if you're not playing as a unit and like basically zoning her off, like actually landing poke on her, then she can just run over your team while the rest of your front line basically just tries to like take the 5v6 fight and then have the Tracer just harassing someone from behind. Basically what they did. You can see by his ult charge he basically wasn't contested. Who changed to D.Va? Your tank lane's a little bit more beefy now, but you don't have as much threat on the Tracer. Like it's probably just going to be Derek that has to deal with the Tracer now. Unless they want to send Hui like every fight to deal with her, but usually they just want these front lane battles with the D.Va. Ooh, Hui gets melted. Yeah, they weren't on the right page or the same page there. Like their tire got killed, like they tried to go in, and then Hui just ended up going in on his own in Crackalack and just destroyed him. 100-0 in his mech basically, and just fed him Grav. Split here. They haven't reset yet. They didn't reset entirely and push out. They had like some DPS like on high ground, like trying to like flank, but didn't really make any sense. Unless like the Anna was trying to go behind and like secret sleep dart the Rhine or something, but they sent like 3 people up there, so it didn't make much sense. Why are they still pushing up? They haven't reset yet. They've just been staggering for a while. Crackalacken basically has another Grav. Just because they've been staggering for so long, Zarya's just been getting right clicks in their spawn door. And because they haven't like done a coordinated push, Dalton's actually just been able to just walk up and just shoot people in the back. They want to stick, the Savages want to stick as a 6-man unit and not allow this Tracer to just sneak behind and take these 1v1s. That was... I don't know why they just didn't group up. They just staggered for like a really long time. They ended like that map with like a ton of ults still. See, they were winning fair 1v1s and basically on gardens. This is kind of the middle map where you can play more control-y with your tanks, and then also you can run fair on the other side. What they're doing. Didn't really get to see that because we were watching Panker the whole time, but Savages like split up and like tried to like make this flanking unit, but they let their Lucio die, and I think their Winston die like really early on, so like there wasn't like a two-front pressure unit. Basically like you let some teammates die and then like the people got the flanks in the back, but it didn't end up working because the people in the front ended up just dying. Banker's just applying so much pressure there that he's like literally letting his teammates do whatever. He was able to just finish off the kills. Why is Toronto fighting? I think they lost like 3 people early on. They're using ults. They're committed. Using a lot of ults. Wait, I'm confused. I thought Savages has already taken it. Looks like the points was almost captured. I couldn't tell. Yeah, I thought Savages had it there for sure. Like they had the point capped, and so I was wondering why Toronto was ulting, but they actually got back in time. Savages had like a huge man advantage. I'm so confused how they didn't get it back. Basically just a huge ult dump. I don't know if that barrage was necessary, but... Whenever you have pharmacy and you're able to just set your second support up in the air, you can just play like really safe and like decide your engagements because you're not going to be getting dove. Like 2 of the members are usually like really safe unless they coordinate a dive mid-air on you or on the 4-man unit. Basically have to like farm up a visor or get like a discord on the Pharaoh or the Mercy while in there in the air and then send the Diva after him. Like get Soldier to get shots on him and then have Diva be sent up in the air to deal with him. Other than that, they're gonna have trouble. Okay, so the Pharaohs basically fall into the back of the point. It's okay. Here's just zoning. Diva Bomb did not go through the window completely. How did the backline die? I just saw like the failed Diva Bomb basically. See, I don't know where Savages is right now. We see like their unit is all sitting right here, Toronto. Basically, they're walking in together. Panker just zones initially. They're all on the point. They beat. I don't know where the Savages is though. He drops his bomb and he walks in basically to the whole team, so he's dead there. It look like Moth just walks over here and boops someone off. I think, yeah, the rest of the team, like, there must be Pharmacy, like, over here or somewhere up in the air. And Tracer's here. Yeah, I guess that explains all the members. They didn't walk in with the Diva Bomb. Like, they threw the Diva Bomb in and it was just Hui. I don't see anyone else on the team. Bear's above the point, but where's the Winston? The Winston's behind. He didn't... Like, they threw the Diva Bomb in and, like, the team's out of position, but then they just... Because, like, even the supports are on point, and then no pressure was thrown to them. I just kind of stood around and waited. Oh, that bomb. I don't know about that visor, man. Seems scary, I just poured bodies onto the point. So we'll go back and like review that fight, but like its positioning is just like really, really bad. Yeah, like you have the Pharmacy on the outside, which is good. But I'm just like wondering where the rest of the team is. Like, the Pharah is right here, but that means the Mercy's on the ground somewhere. Like whenever you have your Pharah in like these really aggressive positionings, it just means your Mercy's like in a really bad position. Like he gets the kill, but you're just seeing like this whole team die because Mercy in these situations just has to run and hide. And I mean, it's no surprise that the Mercy just gets killed. So... yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just have to play safe with the Pharah. Play on the outside and keep your Mercy alive, because the whole team just ends up falling. Like, they dove the Soldier, but like... they shut down his visor, but like, it's too many members, and like, the Pharah committing just ends up killing their own Mercy. Which means the rest of them just don't have enough sustain, and they just end up all falling. Yeah, this wasn't really decisive. There was a lot of just like randomness towards positioning and not resetting fully on some maps. It was not the highest level game.